Hey, what's going on, guys? TheHORRORman back with the next top 20 for 2020. This time I'll be counting down my top 20 favorite 70s slasher films. Jason and I co-created the Top 20 for 2020 series, when twice a month we randomly select a theme and rank our top 20 horror films that fit that theme. The rules are simple. We can only feature 20 films, no honorable mentions, and we can only feature one film per franchise. Jason and I also only include movies we actually own on physical media. The randomly selected theme this time around was 70s slasher films, and like all my other rankings, I will start at number 20 and work my way to number 1, my favorite 70s slasher film. Keep in mind, and I cannot stress this enough, this is just my personal opinion. These lists are subjective. And so, here we go. My top 20 for 2020 of my top 20 favorite 70s slasher films. Coming in at number 20 is Have a Nice Weekend. This is a slasher film that's sort of grown on me. I reviewed this one last year during the Slashback Challenge, and back then I wasn't a huge fan. But it has stuck with me, and for some reason I find myself thinking about it often. So, here it is at number 20. At number 19 is the gritty and gory Driller Killer. Coming in at number 18 is The Severed Arm. And look at that amazing cover art on this VHS release. A Bay of Blood is up next at number 17, and if I'm being honest, it's only ranked this low because I haven't watched it in such a long time. I'm due for a rewatch, and maybe when I do, it would rank higher. But for now, it's number 17. At number 16 is another movie with really awesome cover art. It's Savage Weekend. Coming in at number 15 is Psychopath. This is the movie that inspired Maniac 2, Mr. Robbie. And had that sequel been completed, it would have practically been a remake of this film. My number 14 pick is a flamethrower slasher film featuring Patsy Parisi from The Sopranos. It's Don't Go in the House. I don't own a solo release of my number 13 pick, but it's included on this Chilling Classics 50 movie pack. It's DriveIn Massacre. It's a drive-in, it's a killer with a sword. What's not to enjoy? Coming in at number 12 is a movie I'm sure will be on a lot of people's lists. It's The Town That Dreaded Sundown. And at number 11 is a movie that probably won't be on many people's lists because it's pretty obscure. It's the rare Christmas slasher Home for the Holidays. We're into the top 10 now with a movie that definitely starts out like a slasher film, but doesn't necessarily end that way. It's Suspiria. It's Dario Argento's classic, and it deserved a place on this list. So, here it is at number 10. Coming in at number 9 is Alice, Sweet Alice. I love the setting in this one, and it's a very surreal, dreamlike movie. My number 8 pick needs no introduction. It's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Coming in at number 7 is a movie Jason recommended to me. He called this one a masterpiece, and he was absolutely right. I watched it the other night, and it blew me away. It's The Killer of Dolls. And at number 6 is another movie recommended by Jason. Believe it or not, I had never seen Westworld until right now, about 15 minutes ago when I finished watching it for the first time. This is another one that blew me away. I absolutely loved everything about this movie, and had I watched it sooner, it would have also appeared in my top 20 favorite 70s horror films list. But for now, it's number 6 in my top 20 favorite 70s slasher films. And now into the top 5 with a movie that should be on everyone's list. It's Black Christmas. Coming in at number 4 is a movie I've mentioned a lot on my channel, and I even reviewed it during the Slashback Challenge last year. It's Massacre at Central High. We've made it to the top 3, and coming in at number 3 is Taurus Trap. Guys, this is quite possibly one of the most underrated slasher films of all time. It deserves way more attention and way more credit than it gets. It's genuinely creepy, and it's only rated PG, which is just nuts to me. But there is another slasher film I consider even more underrated. Because, as I've said before, I consider Silent Night, Bloody Night to be the most underrated horror film of all time. Silent Night, Bloody Night is at number 2. Not only is it an awesome Christmas slasher film, but other classic slasher films borrowed from it, including Black Christmas and my #1 favorite 70s slasher film, and probably yours too, Halloween. This was one of those categories where #1 was obvious from the start. I'm sure most of you will also have this as your #1 pick. I mean, it's John Carpenter's Halloween. It has to be #1, right? Well, there you have it, guys. My top 20 for 2020 of my top 20 favorite 70s slasher films. What do you think? Comment below and let me know. And be sure to check out Jason's top 20. Of course, as always, we invite you to join in as well. We'd love to see your top 20 favorite 70s slasher films. Thanks for watching, guys. Be kind, subscribe.